Hello, welcome to the Educator Aide channel. Thank you so much for hitting subscribe or commenting if you find value in this video. We're gonna hop right in and I'll put my little face up here and doing this on Loom right now. I also have my co-teacher. You may have seen her in one of our other videos, Canella, my miniature poodle. So she's my co-teacher today on this video too. But I wanted to share with you this resource, our incredible Vice President of Strategy and Marketing Innovation at Educator Aide, Kara Howard. She is the original creator of this. And so I wanted to share this with you all today. And we made a couple slight changes to it because there's a lot of tools and resources that I utilize in workshops with individuals. And as you can see, there's a lot of components here. Comment below if you're already reading these and you see something that pops out to you that resonates and you would like myself or other team members at Educator Aide to do a video on or a deep dive workshop on that topic. Now, we've narrowed this down to 6 different pieces that typically come up for individuals that we are working with as coaches. And one of the things I realized is that many adults, we are still it's very difficult, myself included, for us to want to make time and space to really have deep introspection. And introspection is simply diving deeper with understanding who you are, what you're here to do, and all of those pieces, giving time, space, and energy specifically to reflecting on self. I am going inward and I am introspecting. And so my hope is that at least one of these little pieces can be helpful for you today. And one of the each little piece has a question with it. I'm only going to dive into one briefly right now, and that is I want to talk about stress levels. I will maybe come back for a part 2 or again a deeper dive. If you like this tool, you can also comment below and we could share a link in the comments for how you can download or access it. We also have numerous models where we are supporting each of these through different workshops. So stress levels, the one question that I find myself asking a lot right now is, what are the biggest stressors in my life right now and why? Now, one of the areas that I went wrong with this when I first started incorporating different introspective practices, not only into my personal life, that was somewhat there. I grew up in a church religious tradition. And so sometimes when you're in those traditions, whether you're Buddhist or Christian or Muslim or Jewish, whatever you find yourself identifying, often those things are honored, such as practices like prayer, meditation, etc. So sometimes we forget to really examine what are our stress levels and our stressors when it comes to the professional, the workplace, or we focus so much on stress from work or overwork or not responding to ourselves that we forget the personal aspect, or we think, oh, I have that covered at church, or I go to yoga. And what I'm talking about is really practices daily where you become a little observer on your shoulder. I think of it as kind of those old school cartoons where you had the angel and the devil on a shoulder, the different voices of good and bad. And I don't like to label when it comes to emotions because they just are. But one of the things that you can do to start to examine your own stress levels with an introspective practice is become a little observer on your shoulder. My name's Justine. And so whenever I do this, I think there's a little Justine over here, maybe my inner child me. And then there's an adult Justine over here that sometimes has to make some courageous or brave decisions when it comes to life, my workplace, etc. So ask yourself today, when it comes to stress levels, what are the biggest stressors in my life right now and why? Now, if you also were like, hey, I don't need to talk about stress. I got that under control. And maybe you were zoned in on one of these. Comment which one struck you and what questions are striking you in the comments if you feel led. And like I said, if this is a powerful resource, we'll continue to put out some other little videos and dive into these. So even if you just take this 5 minutes, of this, you're already taking steps towards a more introspective practice for yourself. Call it the self love journey, the personal development journey. I hear it called so many things. Um, but really, it's this whole idea of, are we really aware of who we are, and have we set up practices to engage in deep introspection? So, we are going to be heading out for a little nature and photography hike. I love taking photos with my camera. I just got one less than almost a year ago. I bought my first camera and it's been traveling with me. And today, even though it's a little chilly where we live, that's why Canella has her sweatshirt on. We're going to head out and maybe find a nice little nature preserve or a park or someplace where we can be in nature and I can spend some time in introspection. I can also pause and be present by taking my camera with me and just capturing some beautiful things from Mother Nature. Okay, I hope everyone is having a wonderful week wherever you find yourself and whenever you happen to tune into this. Take care.